Well, we are going to be talking about the massive real estate housing inventory that no one is expecting. There's actually going to be a glut of homes coming, millions of properties coming that no one is really expecting. You know, you hear on all the pundits, all the media, they're talking about, oh, there's no inventory. So we can't possibly have a problem in housing because there's no inventory. I got news for you. We have a glut of inventory that's coming. It's going to be massive and it is going to cause enormous trouble. Let me go to my next slide. Let's just talk about it. Now, I keep crowing about my timing model. This has been very, very accurate. I follow Dr. Nenner quite a bit, and Dr. Nenner always talks about what is going to happen. He can see it on his charts. I know what is going to happen, don't know why, but I know what. And on this chart is telling you that we are completing the cycle. That all that fun that you had on the left side of that chart when you had FOMO, fear of missing out, people were outbidding each other. They were taking loans against their primary residence so they can buy an investment property. They were overpaying. They were so excited at cocktail parties. They're saying, oh my gosh, I made so much money. Well, once this baby turns over, it's not going to be a mantra of how much money I made. It's how much money I'm losing. And then when you get further down, you're going to say, I'm never, ever going to do that again. And that is when we want to buy because there will be a glut of houses that no one wants. And the prices are going to be astounding. Let me go to my next slide here and let's just talk about that. Now, here's part of the why. So in 2006 and 7, we're having a repeat of what's going on now. That was called a great financial crisis and a real estate bubble. It's a duplicate of what's going now. Now, in June and July, the Federal Reserve was raising interest rates on their Fed funds rate. They were raising them just like now. In July of 2006, they stopped, just like now. And if you look at all our charts, once they stop, we don't see them restarting, just like now. And they plateau for a while, and then it starts to come down. Once they cut rates, oh, hell breaks loose because the only reason that they're cutting rates is they've broken the economy. And they're going to do that. We could already see some of that in our data that the economy is on the verge of breaking. If you follow my previous videos, you'll see a lot of our data. A lot of this is proprietary, but we do bring videos out to our to the public so they can see. And by the way, if you like our videos, please give me a thumbs up. If you subscribe, YouTube loves that when you subscribe. It just drives their algorithms crazy. So it'll really help if you subscribe. So I think that we're repeating the 2008 housing crisis. I think it's going to be again. And I think if you look at this, let me blow this up even bigger. You see that the Federal Reserve reduced rates to zero. It was too late. It was way too late. It was way too late. The economy was broken. Jobs were being lost. Businesses were being lost. Builders were out of business. It was too late. That is what's going to happen now. Let me go to my next slide. Let's just talk about that. Because we see a glut. We see an enormous glut of homes coming. It's going to be amazing. Let me show you where they're coming from because there's a ghost inventory. And I tell you, it's a ghost inventory because I use Federal Reserve electronic data system a lot. I love that. But they use Realtor.com to get their real estate data. And Realtor.com doesn't monitor the builders. Now, I've been looking for this glut for a long, long time. If you look in this chart, this is the why. This is our economic model. We've been looking for this hyper supply for phase 3 for a long time. We couldn't find it. I couldn't find it. Now it's starting to appear. Right now, we have 1.7 million homes under construction, and only about 10% of them are under construction to be sold to someone. Someone's ordered that home. The rest of them are specs. So we have about 1.5 million spec homes coming to market. More coming absolutely every single day. If you looked at the last couple of our videos, we talked about the iBuyers, how that model might not be viable anymore. And once that happens, those are coming to market too. And Airbnb, VRBO, short-term rentals, vacation rentals, they're also not as viable as they were. Now, the problem with that, of course, is that a lot of these bought those properties in 20 and 21. They paid a lot of money for those properties, and they're not as viable as they were. And if one was good, 10 would be better. A lot of people bought and bought and bought, and they're no longer viable. And you can only bleed for so long before you have to sell these. And we're expecting to get a lot of these uh, furnished rentals to come back on the marketplace. So let me go to my next slide here, and let's just talk about that. Because look at this. Just look at this. So you see the two arrows. The great financial crisis, we maxed at 423,000 units under construction. That's the highest we got to. And that was in the great financial crisis. It was awful. You know how that ended. 1,400,000 properties under construction, and nobody was buying them. We now have 1,700,000 properties under construction, and there's not that many people going into the subdivisions. These builders are scared to death. They'll do anything they can to get rid of these properties. They're discounting like mad. They're giving us bonuses. I love a commission. They're paying us bonuses to bring buyers out to them. They're doing full appliance packages, washer, dryer, refrigerator. They're doing window treatments. They're doing landscape front and back, so it's turnkey. They're buying interest rates down. They're doing buy downs, and they're discounting. I'm hearing upwards of $50,000 a house. They can't be making much money on these, but they get rid of their land bank, and this is very, very important for them. So we have probably 1.5 million new homes coming to market. Now, that does not include vacation rentals and short-term rentals. I think there's probably another 500,000 to 1 million of those coming as well. And I don't know how many of these properties from the iBuyers, because the trouble with Wall Street is that they think that real estate is fungible. They think that you buy a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, single-family home for 1,500 square feet, it's the same as every other one. And that is just absolutely not the case. Each one of these properties is uniquely different. It's not like selling a share of IBM. You buy one, they're all the same. Not so in real estate. And I think it doesn't lend itself well to Wall Street trying to do these, because it's very, very difficult. Let me go to my next slide. I want you to look very carefully at this. Now, this is from John Woke here in Phoenix, Arizona. Now, John Wake has been doing this for a really, really long time. He's maintained our records. Now, I was here in 2005 selling properties to investors. There was virtually nothing to buy, kind of like what we have now, nothing to buy. And you know what happened? Here in March of 2005, we hit a bottom. Was less than 3,000 homes available for 4 million people living here in Maricopa County. 2,962 homes in March of 2005. And 1 year later, 12 months later, there were 33,000 properties available for sale in 12 months. And it eventually ran up to over 54,000 in like 18 months. So that's how quick this can turn around. This can turn around on a dime. So from March of 2005 to November of 2007, the world changed. And anyone who's holding properties or had marginal properties and they didn't get rid of them, they were in trouble. They were in real, real trouble. And that's coming. So in 12 months, we added 30,000 rentals in 1 month, in one year, 12 months. And John Wake here in Phoenix has taken great care. This is great statistics. So this is where I'm at. Now, we think we have a tremendous buying opportunity. We've got our charts are telling us that we've identified 3. So if you're interested in purchasing properties, we think that we have a life-changing generational opportunity to purchase properties. Not yet, but coming. If you'd like to talk with us, get a consultation, we're more than happy to. This is our back office with West USA. Give me a call. My best to you. Bye-bye.